Well, here's the second project for removing paint, as it turned out anyway, which is this fire department helmet, but it's a wartime one, and as you can see right here, that's why I just started filming it now. It has apple green paint. I already saw that on the inside, but luckily the black paint comes off easily. I was planning on leaving it as it was, but since it comes off so nicely, I'll just, well, get it back to its green paint. You can also see a name here. Unfortunately, it partially dissolved as well. Maybe I'll try to repaint it, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, it's going pretty well otherwise. I'm just using this nitro thinner and, well, just wiping down the paint pretty much, which, as you can see, works pretty well. So yeah, there's really not that much to it. I'll get back to you once I'm done or further in the process. Till then, let's see how it goes. Oh, I should also say the top of the helmet pretty much has no paint, which is a bit sad, but that's how it is. We'll try to preserve what we can. Alright, well, here we are. As you can see, the paint is removed. Now we just have the green. It did chip off some small areas as well, which was inevitable. I mean, just look at how the dome already looked before, so the paint is pretty thin. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This area is probably the worst, but all things considered, it's very nice. I mean, you can see the shell itself is pretty beat up as it is. They didn't take good care of it. And yeah, the inside is better, as you can see. Alright, here we are. I did just put a little bit of, very little bit of leather fat on here, because after you use solvents on original paint, usually it just makes it look very dull and pretty new, and this just gives it back that kind of more patina look. It really isn't a lot, and it's always easily removed with some soapy water, and as I said, it's really just a very small amount that really just does the trick. And yeah, this just brings in the look a bit better, in my opinion. On the video it looks a bit darker than it is in real life, but yeah, nice apple green paint. Unfortunately, the shell itself has no markings in it at all, or none that I have seen yet. See here, nothing. Usually they would be marked something like Edelstahl, or have a Thale marking, but I guess this is from a different maker and they didn't mark their shells at all. Yeah, there's nothing in here. So yeah, hard to say, but I'm guessing it is, or was made sometime in the 30s because of the paint color, but again, no idea really. It's just speculation. It also brought out the name a bit better. Yeah, you can mostly see it. It's interesting that it ends with a dot here. So yeah, maybe Christian or Christoph Hunkel. Who knows? I mean, since it was a more or less civil used helmet, there won't be much to find out anyway. No idea what this helmet was used for, when it was made, and why they chose this paint color. Maybe it had decals here, like for parade use or something. Really hard to tell. There's no, well, visible remnants or damages from a decal having been there or removed. So it's all just speculation. But it would have been around here and here, of course. Anyway, we'll see about getting a liner for this, one that makes sense. I have a fire department liner here which would fit, and it may have very well been in this helmet, but since it has the little tabs for the neck protector. All right, well, here is what we are left with, and well, I think it turned out really well. There's really pretty much none of the black paint remaining, just some which is very hard to remove in the well, Soul Shaker air vents, but I don't really mind. Could just as well be dirt. So yeah, you can see pretty much all the original paint that was still on there survived and doesn't have any scratches in it. There we are. Still has all the patina it should, but yeah, as it is now, it's really nice. I mean, this helmet doesn't really have any rust. It's all just very, well, a very small layer of iron oxide, and that's it. So it's in really nice condition. I also removed some of the dents, a little bit. I didn't remove them entirely because they are part of the helmet's history, but if you remember from, well, a few minutes ago for you, for me it's been a few days, it had a pretty big dent right here and one right here, which was kind of a straight down like dent, and it was pretty deep. You can still see there's a small dent here, right there, and here as well, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. There are some other areas as well, but yeah, you can see for yourself really. And the apple green paint really did come out really nicely. I put in a fire department liner, which is either wartime or early post-war. It's hard to tell. They didn't really change the look of them. I did remove the neck guard flaps though, because they wouldn't make sense on a helmet like this per se. So you can only see two of the rivets here and here, so I don't mind. I mean, this helmet isn't very valuable as it is, but it is relatively rare, and I want it to be a nice display piece. And I think that accomplishes the job pretty well. It's a nice size 59 liner, and it's in really good condition. The split pins are some Civic wartime or post-war ones, I don't really know. They had some black paint on them, which I carefully removed with a steel sponge, I think it's called. Well, something you usually use to clean off pans or something. Because it doesn't really affect the patina of the split pins, but it removed the paint, which, since the helmet is very worn, would have been worn off if it still had the original split pins. So I prefer this look. That's why all the split pins are pretty shiny. Well, apart from this one I just left in as is condition. But yeah, and well, there's nothing else really to say about this one. I mean, you can see all the details for yourself. If I hold it in the light, you can see the outlines of where the letters used to be as well. And yeah, I mean, looking at the split pins isn't really that interesting. There you go. Just so you know. And yeah, obviously I put the cork spacers in there. Maybe for the Luftschutz helmet I'll also film this, so the final assembly, but it's not very interesting nor hard. Sorry. But yeah, I think it turned out really well, and it's a pretty rare helmet. These were, as I think I already said, used for factory police or just normal police, or Werkschutz, that sort of stuff. And the German Red Cross also sometimes used these, but usually, as far as I've read on the internet, they were in more of a gray color and not green like this one. So who knows where this one was used before it went to a fire department. I really don't know, but now it's looking like it probably did originally. well, after it has seen quite a rough life. I mean, yeah, just look at all this wear. It's seen a lot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little restoration video. If you have any suggestions on how I should do it better, as far as filming, etc. goes, if you want to have more of a detailed look into how I remove the paint and whatnot, I can, of course, do that. Though not for the next coming project, which is a Luftschutz helmet, because that one is already finished. I just need to put a liner in it. So little spoiler for what's to come. But yeah, there's some rabbits. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.